Okay, Rabotai, Otzrot Chaim, shiur number 12. Yab Shiftei, well, 12 Shvatim, Shifteya. Our shiur is leHatzachat Zivugim Avraham ben Adin Tom Megidosh Margarita and Rahman Medina, David ben Tzvetzivi, Gabriel ben Tzvetzivi, Yeshua ben Miriam, Gabriel Chaim ben Eliezer ben Yehuda, Baruch ben Yosef, Yitzhak ben Yosef, Ronen ben Emmanuel, Rafael ben Yeshua, וגם Yisrael ben Susanna, Ariel ben Miriam. Okay, and also our shiur is to the Atzlachat of my wife, which I hope she's watching right now. I asked her to. She's not watching now. Great. Missed opportunity. And well, anyways, I want to say that our shiur is le Atzlachat, my wife who edits and listens, and I think she knows more Otzrot Chaim already than half of you over here because she listens the most to you. And my Hashem bless her that she should have a Leida Kala, she have Atzlacha, Kisot Gedolot, and my Hashem bless her that she should see a lot of nachat from me and her kids. Amen. Great. So we learned already Orota Ozen. I want to ask you guys a question. We said in the beginning, Daniel, that the whole existence was just God. Right. Was Hashem. Was just Hashem. And then Hashem made a halal, a void. What does that mean? I'm not getting into. Was there an impression of the light of the Ein Sof? What does that mean? A light of the Ein Sof? Is that different from the Ein Sof? Ma'uto v'atzmuto? Whatever. No, we're not getting into such deep concepts. And the question is, after Hakadosh Baruch Hu, the one and only, the creator of the universe, created the olam called Ak. Why did he create all these worlds? Inside Ak is what? Remember? What is the neshama of Ak? What are you learning? Torah Malbush over here? Kotz Shel Yod? What's inside Ak? What is the tzinor? What's the tzinor?
Everything.
The pipe. You say Kotz Shel Yod. I don't know where you're looking into some other stuff I'm not supposed to look into. So this tzinor that enlivens all the olamot, The question that I have to tell you guys is, if the whole point of the void is to bring back the light, then why make the void in the first place?
You need a vessel.
Touching on something. And it only comes with learning what we learned, and this is why I'm bringing it at this point, which we get to the chotem, which we're getting almost to the peh, which is the kli. If you want to fill the void with your light again, why create a void in the first place? And the answer is, like Daniel was touching on, was to create levels, was to show that there is a hishtalshelut, levels, to show that the malchut of Hashem, which is the first page obviously, comes in levels, and to reveal his malchut. I don't know if you meant what you said with the kotzo shel yod, with the yud, right? Very bad illustration, slicha. Let's say more like this. The letter yud, even though it's not the first letter, it's the 10th letter. See this kotz, which my brother said? That's the tzinor. You know what the tzinor is? That pipe that enlivens all the worlds, it's really from Torah Malbush. Probably you saw it in a Hasidic source. It's really Torah Malbush. This is the tzinor. The letter Yud. Now you guys know the secret why Hashem changed Sarah's name from Sarai to Sarah. And he changed Hoshea to Yehoshua. It's very deep, very deep. It's not something that we should delve into until we're very, very deep into our Olam HaAtzilut, obviously. But since you mentioned it, which for some reason I used to mention it, which is, I had to say it. So now that we've gotten, we said we can't talk, Gabriel, about the Enayim of Ak. Correct, Gabriel? Oznaim we talked about, right? There's 5. It's a yud. It's 5, but it's a yud, but it's really 5. It's 10, but it's really 5. You don't see the 10. It's 5. And when you get to the Chotem, Rabbi Avraham, what do you see? That the Hey is not just a Hey anymore. You have a more of a micro precision into the letter Hey. Now it's not just a Hey, it's a Dalet and a Vav. So what just looked like a Hey, which is just one entity, is really now 10. Because this is 6 and this is 4. That's 10.
When you're reading Hebrew, you don't write it like that. It's Yud and Dalet. Actually, Yud and Reish.
Not necessarily. There's 3 ways to write the letter Hey. There is Dalet Vav.
I'm saying, but inside the Torah itself, and Lashon HaKodesh, it's written
The Sephardic way is to write a Dalet and a Yud.
Something like that, yeah.
It's to write a Dalet and then there's a Dat. Ashkenazi make a Dalet and a Yud. But Kabbalistically, there's 3 ways. Why we write in the Sefer Torah a certain way, that of course is dealing with the Sefer Torah. That's deep down. We're way above that. We haven't even gotten to what a Sefer Torah is yet. It's Olam HaAtzilut. We're still in Ak. Okay? We're still in Ak. Which it means that your body has to thunder with what you're learning right now. Because you're learning Mamash Sod HaMitziut. Okay? So 4 and 6 tenths. That means in the Chotem you see, instead of seeing, now you see a Dalet and a Vav, which is the way your nose looks like. I mean, it's not that your nose looks like that. It's just that there's a remez. And I want to repeat you guys one thing, that we're in Shura number 12. That means you guys come to a certain understanding, that you guys made it until now. I won't say that I'm surprised. I know the people who come to Lashem are Neshomot Kedoshot. I'm just letting you guys know that Rav Shmuel Darzi, who was the chief student of Yitzhak Kaduri, before he used to start a shiur on Otzrot Chaim, or Etza Chaim, doesn't make a difference, he used to say, remember, there is no body in the upper worlds, there is no letters in the upper worlds, there is no lights in the upper worlds. We're just bringing a parable. So be careful. Don't imagine that there is, God forbid, a body in the upper world. There are no bodies. There are no lights. There are no letters. Vehine, by the Chotem. Chotem is what again? The Af. נתקרבו עוד הפנימיים במקיפים שלהם יותר מאורות האוזניים. As you can see, that the lights, look inside. Try to read while I'm reading. That the orot, the makifim, and the pnimiyim, which come from the right and the left part, Gabriel, came closer than they are to the ozen. As you see, the holes of your chotem is closer than the holes of your oznaim. Much closer, but still it's not enough. כי נקבי החותם סמוכים, אבל עם כל זה נחלקים לשניים. There is a separation. It's there on purpose. ואינם מתחברים יחד. They don't have a total connection and I'm adding this, to create a vessel. When there is a total connection, it creates a vessel. Could you create a child just looking at your wife? You're close to her, your foreheads are touching. Could you create a child? No. There must be a total connection. להבדיל אלף הבדלות, of course. לכן גם באורות אלו לא היה להם בחינת כלים. Therefore, just as in the אורות האוזן, there was no kli. Gabriel, this is your Chaim, by the way. So too in אורות החותם, There also is no
Kli.
Kli. Why? There is a separation. So what's okay? Now that they're closer, what's the nafkamina? What's the pshat? They're closer. Okay, they're closer. Would you tell me that you could have the same relationship with a person in Skype than you have talking to them at this distance? What's more intimate?
Closer.
When you're closer to them. But Skype, you could see them. Is it intimate? It's not intimate. Well, when you're close to a person, it's intimate, even though you're not actually touching one another. So even though the Orot HaChotem are not touching one another, there's still an intimacy, lahavdil elef havdalot, that's connecting the two Orot, which are what? What are the two Orot that are always? Pnimi and Makif, thank you. Asher ba'ozen. So what? How does that translate into Orot? Can I? So how does that translate, Daniel? How does that translate that closeness? If I see you from far, can I tell everything that's going on?
No.
When I come closer to you, I can tell you that you have either a round forehead, for example, or you have a forehead with a groove, or you have this kind of nose and that kind of nose. There's more of an intimacy. I'd say
And revealment too a little bit.
that's exactly, but not total, because you're not actually having a connection. There's still separation. When you go out on a date, first date, you guys are a little farther from one another, right? You just see one another, right? In the first date, you see, and then suddenly you come closer to here. No, don't run. You come to here, right? Come to here, and and then comes the smell, right? But not the smell like what it says by Yitzchak and Yaakov. Vayarach et reach begadav. He smelt his clothes, and he said, reach beni, kereach hasadeh asher baraho Hashem. But he still couldn't tell that it was Yaakov. He still thought it was who? You still can't tell anything. What do you need? The mouth, the actual connection. So what's the translation in the Chotem? Ki'ot havav, the letter vav, and we see over here already in the Chotem that the basis of Judaism is an aleph bet. It's an aleph bet, which is a very big. It's a mamash chatat that I see praying in big shuls. Does it matter? Well, even if it's not Shemara or anything, that people read Kadishas and stuff from Russian transliterated, and they totally get the aleph bet wrong. Totally, the aleph bet is totally wrong. So what does that mean? They changed the whole achaf. They changed the whole Seder HaOlamot. Especially, now there are obvious ones where it says in Vit Halal, you say Vit Halal. Well, that's obvious. You're not allowed to say Amen to that. Chas v'shalom. You can't say Amen to that. Okay? Then there is like today I heard, instead of B'chai Yechon, B'chon. The guy totally said B'chai Yechon. B'chon, he said. You see?
So
He
B'char
swallowed.
said omen though.
But that's different now. Maybe one day we'll talk about the dialects of Judaism.
Also say omen.
But yeah, that's true. And our Kamatz Gdola and our Kamatz Ktana is a bit different in the Yerushalmi way. There's a Yerushalmi, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actually changing the meaning of the word. Like instead of Vit Halal, Vit Halal, Vit Gadal, Vit Katal.
Like Hashkivenu, Hashivenu.
Right, Hashkivenu, Hashivenu is two different words.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You have to be very careful. And the reason why Judaism doesn't make sense to people, the whole essence of Judaism is the Aleph Bet, which is the microcosm of Judaism. You have to get to the nitty-gritty of Judaism. Not just the macro. I keep Shabbat, I come to Shul. Today I was learning Siman Reish Ayin Zayin in L'chot Shabbat. What's a psik reisha? What's the Rav Shalom Mitkaven? It's just mind-blowing how much there is to L'chot Shabbat. Not for nothing, the Mishnah Berurah says that a lot of people are keeping Shabbat b'shogeg. That's our conversation now. Now the Ot Havav, the Vav in the Hey, as we see over here, in the Ozen, this is the Ozen, it seemed as one entity. Now you could actually see it. Now it's a Dalet and a Vav. It's not a Hey anymore. In the Chotem,
you're zooming in.
I'm zooming in. Now I see a Dalet and a Vav. Lehorot, to teach us Yitziat Od Vav Lachutz V'Giluya. Vehu Sod Za. What does the letter Vav symbolize?
The inner light?
Za. Ze'er Anpin. See a bit of confusion. Guys, remember I told you that each one of the 10 Sefirot could be broken down into 10 Sefirot. Keter is Arich. Chokhmah is Abba. Bina is Ima. The 6 Sefirot is Chesed until Yesod is what? Za. And Malchut is actually Nok.
What does that mean?
Za is Ze'er Anpin. Compared to Arich Anpin, it's a lower level of Hashgacha. When Hashem is mitlabesh and this levush called Za, it's a lower level of Hashgacha.
Okay.
Hashgacha means how you perceive HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How you perceive. It means when you're in Arich, when you sit of Arich, everything is good. That means Hashem could Chas v'Shalom do anything to you, you'll see it as the best case scenario. But when you perceive it in the sense of Za, there is already the Bechina, the aspect of Din mixed into it. So you might not always perceive Hashem as good. You might perceive him as the king. You still will realize him as the king, but you will see it as good and bad.
So what would be Malchut then?
Malchut, Nok, would be total Din.
You will see it as 100% Din.
100% Din.
Without any God.
God is there, but you'll see him as totally knocking you out.
Judgment.
Why are you doing this to me, Hashem? What? That means there are people who don't believe in Hashem. But a person who's in the level of Malchut, look, open Tehillim. What does David HaMelech talk about 99.9% of the book?
Punishment.
Hashem, please don't let him run after me. Don't let him do this to me. Save me from him. Malchut. Okay? Now he's Malchut Atzilut. Go figure. But still Malchut. Okay? When a person's in the level of Zah, it's Etz Hadat, Tov, Vera. Okay? Arich is everything is good. Chas v'Shalom, the worst thing could happen to you, you'll still see it as good. There are people like that in the world that perceive Hashem in totally positive ways. Okay? Now Za, Daniel, Za. Why is that the Chotem? Why is he specifically revealed in the Chotem? Yes, let's start from the Enaim. Enaim is Abba. Ima, Sa, and Nok. Perfect. Everything matches out 100%. Abba, Ima, Za, Nok. Abba, Ima, Za, Nok. Make sense? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Does it make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, everything is bahadaraga. There is nothing in the Otzrot Chaim doesn't make sense. Everything makes sense. Everything is in its right level. Okay? Now obviously the Gulgolta would be Arich. Okay? Wear a hat, Rabbi Isai. Kippah. Never take the kippah off your head. It's not just a vav. You don't just see a vav. It's so micro, you don't just see a vav. Havav nechleket gam ken leshisha chalakim. You see the vav as six separate entities. How do you see the vav as 6 separate entities? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. You don't just see it as 6. You see it as 1 plus 1. Why? Because what's za really? Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod.
You're breaking him down.
You're breaking it down. That means there is a very big gilui. You see how close it is? You see how close it is? That's why, Rabotai, I'm going to tell you a secret. You want to have a success in the gilui of HaKadosh Baruch Hu for you. Whenever, chas v'shalom, a woman passes by you and she has very nice smelling perfume, close your nose. Don't breathe it in. And you're going to have a strong gilui that day of the aspect of Zah. Lo tinaf lo tehene af, as the Rambam says.
What about your wife?
Your wife is mutar. Even in Nida, she's mutar, by the way. Pitchei tshuva. Even in Nida. But Hirhur is a question. But I'm talking about obviously in work. Or going in the train. Or, for example, I never take the bus. It's been years since I've taken the bus. I walk. First of all, it's good for you. As the Rambam says in Hilchot Deot, you could eat the most healthy things. If you don't work out, it doesn't mean anything. And you could eat the most unhealthy things. If you work out, you're good. You're Gucci. Thank you. Okay? That's the Rambam in Hilchot Deot. Okay? So that means that walking is a man's best friend. Yes. Okay?
Right. I thought the Avera was on the woman. So why shouldn't you?
She's chotel machtir rabim in she'ela.
Yeah.
But you, when you take that,
If I'm taking a bus ride, what am I supposed to do? Not breathe my nose?
listen,
That's a very high level.
you're learning Otzrot Chaim, aren't you? You're learning Otzrot, listen. You guys understand that I say this story once in a while. Rav Shmuel, Rav Shalom, he once had this people from Yazdi coming to his, a couple of times the son used to come and he brought his father a couple of times and he passed away and he came to Rav Benayahu in a dream. Rav Benayahu or his son in a dream, he said if only you would have forced me to come to the shir more often. You have to understand that Hashem doesn't want you to be Rav Ovadia. We're not going to be Rav Ovadia.
You have to be the best person you are.
You could be.
Yeah.
Rav Zusha Ma'ani Poli said what? They're not going to judge me that I wasn't Moshe. They're going to judge how come I wasn't Rav Zusha. Okay, so you have to be the best you can. If you're here, that means that your neshama has a connection to this. You see 6 chalakim, Daniel. You see 6 distinct sfirot in the Vav. But you don't see them. Now, one sfira, one is what in Hebrew? What letter? Aleph. So what do you see really? 6 alephs. Aleph is a very exceptional letter. In some ways, it's the most materialistic letter. But how is it one? Right? How is it one? The letter Aleph is a story within its own. I just want to tell you guys one thing. It's a very big sigulat to learn the Midrash Ne'elam and the Zohar, how it talks about the machloket. There was a big machloket in the Zohar. What the letters were telling to Hashem. Which letter should you start the Torah with? Huge machloket. There's a whole story in the Zohar how it works, and sometimes I read it just for sha'ashuim. It gives me like a yirat shamayim when I read that story. Like the letters were fighting with Hashem, and the letter Aleph never said anything. Any person whose their name starts with the letter Aleph has an immense ability. Immense ability. The closer you are to the beginning, very spiritual you are. The more you're at the end, the more materialistic you are. What do you gotta do? You gotta work on yourself. You gotta work on yourself. It's hard. It's tough. It's a tough world out there. Okay? But you know what? I've seen a lot of people towards the end, they work on themselves more than the people who start at the beginning. Why? Because a person doesn't value what he has. He doesn't value. I'm telling you the truth. People don't value the nishamot that they have. I'm not gonna get into it. The hey partsufim that are included in the letter hey, which are what? Guys, read this. Halohem arich anpin ve'aba ve'ima ve'zun. Underline that. These are the 5 systems. Arich anpin, Abba, Ima, and Zun. This is your olam haba, by the way. K'nizkar la'el. V'hem bichinat naran chai. V'hem bichinat aran chai. Naran chai. What does that mean? It's not quantity, Rabbi Isai, it's quality. I want to repeat you guys this one thing. I don't care if we finish Otzrot Chaim or we don't. It's not about quantity. It's about quality. It's about quality, okay? The more you imprint this limud inside your neshama, the more you could uplift yourself in your life, okay? Arich Anpin is keneged hayichida. No one has ever reached this level yet. Only Mashiach is going to reach this. This is actually one of the ways you know Mashiach is Mashiach. When you're going to see him, it's going to be automatic. You'll be able to connect to him in a very high level. Mashiach will be Yichida. Abba is what? Chaya. That's Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu. Abba. Arichan bin Abba. Ima. Ima's Nishama. Chanoch. Shara Gilgulim. Chanoch. Remember that guy that went up at the age of 363, 365? He was making shoes. Pach, 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 and he went up. Ruach. Eliyahu Hanavi Zachor Latov, Eliyahu Hanavi Zachor Latov, Eliyahu Hanavi Zachor Latov. It's Eliyahu Hanavi. He's like the... Then we have Nefesh. Who are the two tzaddikim that died being burnt when the inauguration of the Mishkan?
Caleb.
It's a special thing that you said that, by the way. Nadav ve'Avihu. I'm not going to get into where our fathers, Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, fit in over here. I just want to let you guys know, if you knew where Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov came from, you'll be like, how the heck did they reach to get into Shemona Yisrael? That's the beauty of Judaism. God picks the lowest ones. Okay? Especially Eov. He has a book named after him, for the love of God. Who was he? He was an illusion. Chavakuk. I want to let you guys know that the lower you are, and the fighter you fight. David HaMelech was from here. Nefesh. David HaMelech, how many mistakes he did in his life. The story of Bathsheba, the story of the son of, you guys know the whole story. The son of Yonatan, he accepted Lashon Hara. So many mistakes. God forgave. Shaul, one mistake!
Boom. Lost it.
Knocked them out. Don't ask to be an eye level, guys. Start low. Aim high. Sky's the limit. Aim high. Kain and Hevel. Could you imagine? A second before he was about to kill his brother, Hashem comes to him in prophecy. Prophecy tells him, don't kill your brother. Lepetach hatatroves. What does he tell Hashem? Wow. Could you imagine? Me and you, we wish our whole lives to hear a sentence from God. A sentence. A word. A letter. A syllable. He heard God speak to him. What did he tell Hashem? Cracks his brother's head with a stone. A stone. And the earth opened up to drink his blood. Don't always ask to be the greatest. But Arichan Pin Yechida, Abba Chaya, Ima Bina, Nishama, Ruach is Za, Nefesh is Malchut, Nok. Okay? Make sense, Rabbi Isai? Make sense? Good. So this is the 5. What is the 5? The letter Hey. That's why the letter Hey is one of the hardest letters to imagine in your head. close your eyes and try to picture the letter Hey. It's very hard. It gets crooked, it gets this and that. Because to imagine the letter Hey, don't tell me because I told you that it's happening to you. Relax.
I think it's also the first letter that has Zivug Panim Panim.
What?
It's the first letter that has Zivug Panim Panim.
The first letter that has Zivug Panim Panim. It's the letter Hey is the epitome. It's the apex of Shlemut. That's what they call Baalei Tshuva. What do they compare Baalei Tshuva to? The letter Hey. And in the place where Baalei Tshuva stand, Tzaddikim Gorim, the letter Hey is a very hard letter to imagine. If you could get it perfectly for 20 seconds, I put my kippah down to you. 20 seconds. If you could imagine the letter Hey in its glory in your head for 20 seconds, I put my hat down to you. Says the Arikia, Hey Partzufim, the 5 Partzufim. Nichlalim Bot Hey are the translation of the letter Hey. Hello, Aricha mi Abba Yimavazum, Kinskale, Michal Narnechi, Slicha. ונמצא, כי זה בחינת הרוח. זה is what? זה is what? רוח. כנודע, והנה הכתוב אומר, כל אשר נשמת רוח חיים באפיו. The parasha says in Sefer Bereshit, Gabriel, anything that has nishmat ruach chayim ba'apav. Lorot ki b'chinat haruach mitgale ba'apayim, because the ruach is the essence of your apayim. What is that? That's where your ruach is. Hashem, Hashem, Kerachum v'chanun, Erech Apayim. The nose, which I told you guys this before, symbolizes a person's patience and anger, which is Zah. Zah gets either patient, when Hashem is mitgale b'toch Zah, it's either patience, or it's either what? Anger. Shu HaChotem, which is the Chotem. ולכן בזה החותם מתגלה בחינת זהה. Therefore, that's why, since the chotem is zah, therefore, which is vav, which is the 6 alfin, chesed, gevurah, tifer, netzach, hod, yesod, therefore, where is it going to be mitgale? In the chotem.
Which is the nose.
Yes, the chotem. Say it in Hebrew. Chotem. One more paragraph, everybody say? ונחלק לשישה קצוות שבו. The Zah, Daniel, is really 6.
Right.
It's one that's 6. I just got a new car. My license plate is 666. So I said, what kind of car? What are we? What's going on? Let's return to get new plates. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's Shovavim. We just got Yesod. It's a true story. אבל עוד הדלת נשארת אחת מחוברת. Now, in the Chotem, we see a dalet, we said, and a vav.
Okay.
But the vav is really what?
6
aleph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the dalet stays one entity. You don't see it as 4 alephs. You understand, Daniel?
It stays
It's as one entity. אבל עוד vav נחלק אלפים. But the vav is, why? Because the vav is what? Zah. And we said,
6 parts to it.
it's what? Arich, Abba, Ima, Zah. כמו עוד vav שבנגב החותם ימיני, כאן עוד vav. Now there are 2. Why? There are 2 holes. Right? There is a dalet vav in the right side, in the yamin. Yamin is what? Right. Then on the nekev is what? Nekev means opening. The left opening, there's also a dalet and a vav, which is really what?
6 hours.
It's a hey with 6 hours, right? Yafeh. Now we're going to get to the meaning of the 13 attributes, 13 bar mitzvah, 13 attributes. Where is he? He was in my class. He's not here, ran away. Okay, number 13, we were dealing with number 13. Now you're going to know where that number 13 comes from. Now we know why 13 comes from the af, chotem, which is erech hapayim, patience. Because we see the number 13 come to a fruition in the chotem. Savlanut. As my son says, baslanut. Okay? Now just as you have 6 בנקב החותם ימיני, כך מתחלקת עוד ו' בנקב שמאלי. You have 6 on the right side and 6 on the left. 6 plus 6 is how much? 12. And you have 1 in the middle is how much?
13.
Okay. How many attributes of faith do we have?
13.
How many attributes of mercy do we have? When does this guy become mature? 13. Now we know where that comes from. Did you know the nose is one of the 3 organs in your body that never stops growing? Did you know that? What are you doing? Shema Yisrael over there? Put your hands down. Ksach kolam hem yud bet alfin. There are 12 aleph. Why? 6 alephs here, 6 alephs here. Ima chotem with the actual nose is what? 13. Why is that 13? This is a vav, 2 yuds. A vav and 2 yuds is what? An aleph. So 6 aleph plus 1 aleph is what? 13 alephs. Do you know your nose is an aleph? This is a letter vav. Did you ever think about it? It's a letter vav. And the 2 holes are 2 yuds. Congratulations, you have an aleph on your face. The bigger your nose, the more Jewish you are.
The more out of you.
Huh? I'm just joking. Now, not only that, not only is it 13, it's also the word. If you take the word vav, it's how you spell out vav? Vav, aleph, vav. This is vav, 6 is the right side. Left side, and aleph is what? The nose itself. Now take the numerical value of the letter vav. 6, 1, 13. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. Echad, 1 is the numerical value of what? 13. 13. We're good?
Yeah.
Don't get too excited from the drushim of the Ari. He just throws them one in here or there just to make you excited. He wants you to have the limud. I know it's exciting. But, the Kena Shnei Vavin, the 2 vavs on the right and the left. There are 2 vavs, right? The dalad vav. Ima chotem atzma, shezoda aleph kanoda. With the aleph itself. Ki shnei nekavei achotem him shnei yudin. Because the 2 ones are there. These are 2 yuds. You could look at it as 2 yuds. Va'kotel mafsik benehem utzorat vav. Harei tzorat aleph. Like I told you guys before. The nose itself, the chotem is really a vav, which is the nose itself. And the 2 holes are 2 yuds. So you have the letter aleph. The hulehoro, this is, they just turn the page. I see you guys are paying attention. This is teaches that in the Rosh itself, Gabriel, it's Shem Ab. What's Ab again? 72. How? The head is 72. That we don't talk. Remember we told you the head we don't talk about? Right. We don't talk about this. The head of Ak we don't talk about. But in the Chotem we do talk about. Now check this out. Look how everything comes together in a beautiful mish. Now tell me this doesn't come from Eliyahu Hanavi. Who in their right minds could think of such a thing? Who? The Bala Sulam says that the day that I found out that the Ariya HaKadosh's Torah is the day that I made a Yom Tov. The Mamashi says that. Check this out. The head of Ak is Shem Ab. Yud, Vav, Dalet, K. Yud, Vav, Yud, Vav, K, Yud, right? We talk about the Ab of Ak? No. What do we start talking about? Shem? Sag. Shkoyach. Yud, Vav, Dalet, K, Vav, Aleph, Vav. This is what we start talking about. It starts from which part? Thank you. The Oznain. We start talking about from where? The Ozen. But the Ozen has no Gilui, right? Where does the Gilui start? What's the difference between Ab and Sag? 6 on the right, 6 on the left, and the Chotem itself. If Eliyahu Hanavi didn't say it, who could say it? Only Elisha Hanavi. Over here we're talking about Shem Sak. Gabriel, you're talking. Let me give the shiur maybe. Kanu Shem Sak. There's no difference between Ab and Sag. What's the only difference? Rag b'milui od vav. The only difference is the aleph in the middle, right? Ab is vav yud vav. Sag is vav aleph vav. ואלו השני ובים הם בחינת הטעמים האמצעיים שבאמצע התיבה. Now check this out. Why did God make it specifically? There's two vavs. Out of all the cantillations, we only have two that look like a vav. Pasek and makaf. What do they look like? Like what? Two? If you turn this around, what will it be? Like a vav. Two lines. What do we have here? Two lines. It's called ta'amim emtzim, the middle cantillations. That's what's being revealed. Kol hakavod. That we're going to get into. Don't get confused when we get there. Vehem pasek makaf kanoda. Ki horat ha-pasek, horat ha-vav. The pasek is a vav. שלהי שנפסקה לצאת לבוא על פי כנזכר, וכאשר תחבר זה הפסק עם המקף, במצורה ד'. Now check this out. There are two vowels, there are two cantillations that look like a vav. pasek, and sometimes the Chazam reads the pasek, vayomer, there's a makaf. Like this. Bechol levavecha. In Shema Yisrael, bechol levavecha. Between the two lines, there's a makaf, right? If I put these two together, what do I get? A dalet. That's the dalet of the dalet vav inside the chod. There's only two. There's a dalet.
What's the cancellations of makaf?
The cantillations?
Sound of makaf.
It's very hard to know. Only the very big experts know how to do it. It's supposed to be a chibur.
It's a quick follow.
Has to be a quick follow. It's very hard to do it.
But b'chol levavecha is not really.
You can't really do it over there, but yet the makaf is there.
So it can be done.
Very, very, very big experts know how to do it. I've heard it once. I went by the father of one of the big Yerushalmi Chazanim that once came over here.
It's hard to do it.
Very hard to do. Because yet it's a connection, but yet you have to separate. It's very hard to do. But yet, Torah לא ניתן למלאכי השרת. Understand? כאשר תחבר זה הפסק מקף וסודאי ואי הודעה לשאלות ה'. So now we understand why the sag has a vav in the middle. What the number 13 symbolizes. Why is it a vav and an aleph? What is the vav? What is the vav? What is the aleph in the Shem sag? Not only that, we understand the mahut, the essence of the dalet itself. The dalet is not four alephs, but yet we know that it connects to the two cantillations that symbolizes the two vavs. Two vavs is what? A dalet. And we know the vav itself is what? 6 alephs. Which is chesed, yesod. With this, we will end our shiur. Next week, we will finish Shar Tanta. We will get to Shar Akudim. That's when it gets really tough and gritty. And may Hashem bless all of us over here with bracha. I want to tell you guys you could close the shiur this Thursday.